Good afternoon. I am Tony Wilder. I'm the Governor's Commissioner for the Department for Local Government and his designated alternate at the Appalachian Regional Commission. Thank you for being here for this very special announcement regarding an unprecedented partnership that has enormous implications for the people of Appalachian Kentucky. You know, time after time, Governor Beshear has proven to be one who builds partnerships, and today is evidenced by that. Governor Beshear.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Thank you all very much. As you know, a lot of us are in town to kick off our Appalachian Regional Commission conference here, but we've got an announcement that I think dovetails in nicely with the subject matter of that conference, which, as you know, is about health and a healthy future for our people. I'm joined today by Earl Gold, the federal co-chair of the Appalachian Regional Commission, and three of our university presidents. Paul Patton, as you know, former governor and president of the University of Pikeville, Wayne Andrews from Morehead State University, and Eli Capilouto from the University of Kentucky. And we're here at the start of this two-day ARC conference, which is called Healthy Families, Healthy Future, to announce yet another step in our campaign against inadequate dental health in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. This step marshals the resources, the energy, and the expertise of three university partners, the expertise and energy of the ARC and of the Kentucky Oral Health Network, in an exciting partnership. The goal of this partnership is to increase the number of practicing dentists in Appalachia. Increase them through enhanced training, recruitment, and educational assistance. Now, we all know that inadequate dental health is causing an array of problems in Kentucky, especially in the Appalachian region of Kentucky. The statistics are horrible. And as you know, they show that cavities and decay are not only the cause of pain and problems with a person's teeth and gums in and of themselves, but they're also the beginnings of even more serious problems with a person's overall health. Furthermore, especially for our children, these problems have a significant negative impact on their educational and cognitive development. There are many reasons for poor dental health in Appalachia, but one of the largest reasons, one of the biggest reasons, is simply lack of access to a practicing dentist. We simply don't have enough dentists here. Most of Kentucky's licensed dentists are concentrated in our cities, leaving our rural counties in the east and in the west very much underserved. Furthermore, unless we do something about it, this situation will dramatically worsen with retirements, since 40%, listen to this, 40% of Kentucky dentists are age 55 or older right now. So retirements are going to cause a huge problem if we don't do something about it. In fact, a recent analysis estimated there will be 2,064 practicing dentists in the whole Commonwealth in 2016. That is a loss of 286 dentists since 2006. We have to do something about that, folks, and we're going to do something about it. The Appalachian Rural Dental Education Program will help recruit and train new dentists while teaching them also to operate a financially sound practice in a rural area. It's funded by four sources: a $400,000 grant from the ARC, a little over $127,000 from the University of Kentucky, a little over $82,000 from the University of Pikeville, and almost $48,000 from Morehead State University. That's more than $650,000 that we're going to focus on this problem. Hand in hand, we'll also be working to improve the oral health literacy of this whole region, to build a better understanding of the importance of this type of care. These efforts come on top of significant other investments in our ongoing dental initiative. Just a couple of weeks ago, Some of you may have heard us kick off a program, a pilot project called Smiling Schools, which will directly improve dental health for 25,000 school children in 16 ARC counties. And this grant, by the way, is the 4th ARC grant in support of our dental initiative since I became governor. Kentucky is especially thankful for that support, which comes through our Department for Local Government, which is headed by our Commissioner, Tony Wilder. To talk about ARC's commitment, I invited Earl Gold to come to this news conference because he's played such a significant part in putting these initiatives together, and I want him to come up and say a few words. Mr. Gold is the ARC federal co-chair and has served the public for nearly 4 decades, including in the Federal Department of Labor and in Pennsylvania state government. There he worked to strengthen the capacity of rural local governments to meet economic challenges and oversaw housing and community development programs benefiting communities within the Appalachian region. Earl, would you come up and say a few words?
Thank you, Governor. The governor just stunned me. He just talked about the fact I'd worked for 4 decades. I hadn't really put that mantra on my life. But let me just catch my breath for a moment. Kentucky is really very fortunate to have a leader like Steve Beshear as governor. That the work he's done over the last 4 years as governor and the work he's done with ARC have been really cutting edge and helping to lead us. The challenges of healthcare and challenges of healthcare for kids is such an important issue for all the states. And he has worked diligently and used ARC resources to really look ahead and try to be ahead of the curve to focus on some of these challenges. I think that oftentimes at ARC we often talk about how it's so important to use ARC as a resource so that you can bring people together, so that you can do things as a group that you can't do either by yourself as a small community or by yourself as one university or by yourself as one city or one nonprofit or one state for that matter. And this is really a great example. This project is a great example of bringing together resources in order to accomplish things that one university just can't do by itself. And it begins to lay the groundwork and the framework for really great advances for the future. So Governor, I just want to commend you for your work and for your vision on this, and my appreciation to the 3 universities for their work and their commitment to work together to get a grasp of this issue and really lay the foundation and the groundwork for solving this problem over the next several years. Governor, thanks so much.
Next, I want to ask President Wayne Andrews of Morehead State University, who is doing a fantastic job at a great university. This university has improved by leaps and bounds over the course of time that he has been there in that leadership role. It plays such a vital role here in Eastern Kentucky and this whole region of educating our kids. Wayne?
Thank you very much, Governor. Isn't this a great day to be in Eastern Kentucky? Oh, come on. I'm excited to be here. I heard a preacher say one time, he said, "I'm drinking from my saucer because my cup runneth over." That's how I feel about being here. You know, this is all about partnerships, and I so appreciate our governor. I appreciate the Appalachian Region Commission. I appreciate the General Assembly and the members of this community, because what this is about is bringing together the resources of federal government, state government, universities, and local communities to improve something that is dear to all of us, and that's the health and well-being of our kids. There's nothing more important than that, is there? So when Sharon Turner, the Dean of Dentistry at UK, came up with this idea for a distributed dental program, we all kind of stood around and said, I wonder what this could be like. Could it be like the rural track, the medical school program that the University of Kentucky has in partnership with Morehead State, where medical school students come to Lexington for the first 2 years, and then they come to Morehead for the second 2 years in medical school to learn the clinical stuff, in a rural community. So the idea is we're going to have these young people, we're going to start early in a pilot, and we're going to figure out how this could possibly work. We want to educate P12 kids, help them learn about the importance of oral care, help them imagine that they could grow up to go to school to become a dentist. There's a viable pathway for them. And then we're going to figure out how to distribute the curriculum so that U-Pike and at Moorhead, some of these kids will get into that pipeline early in a baccalaureate program and matriculate into a full dental program. And the goal is to have more professionals, more dentists, educated in rural communities so they'll come back and practice in rural communities. It's going to require us to rethink some things, particularly the dentistry program at the University of Kentucky. They're big thinkers, and we're going to work together to make it happen. I am delighted to be part of this. Moorhead State has had a significant role to play in Eastern Kentucky, and we value the opportunity to participate with three great partners, and we're looking forward to a wonderful project that I know will be successful. So, Governor, thank you very much for your support. Tony, thank you. Earl, thank you. And, of course, Governor Patton is my buddy, U-Pike. You know, he's wearing a big old ring today. He was at a news conference early this morning. Hey, wait a minute. Put up a different finger. You know, since he became a university president, that son of a gun, he's basting in all this good stuff. I so appreciate the governor, and I am delighted, of course, to become friends with Dr. Capilouto from the University of Kentucky, who brings great energy to that fine university. This is going to be a great partnership. Thank you.
Before I ask Dr. Capilouto to come up, I want to add my words of recognition to the Dean of Kentucky's Dental College, who does a wonderful job there and is going to play such a vital role in the success of this program. Dean Turner, stand up and take a bow here. And now the brand new president of the University of Kentucky, a fellow that comes from Alabama, but has become a Kentuckian very fast. And he's going to do a great job at the University of Kentucky, Dr. Eli Capilouto.
Well, the weather may be a little dreary today, but I know the hearts of all the people in Eastern Kentucky are filled with hope and promise today because of the grand work and partnership that we are going to celebrate today. I was with Governor Beshear and Dean Turner just a couple of weeks ago. This is becoming routine, and there was one just a month before where we again recognized an innovative approach to address a perennial issue in the state of Kentucky. So Governor Beshear, I want to thank you for your leadership. I'm proud to share this podium today with Governor Patton and President Andrews. I often say that, quote Eric Schmidt, the CEO of Google, who said in the face of this recession, America was going to have to innovate its way out of this, and great universities were going to have to lead the way. Well, I think that can be applied to our health issues that we face today. And here we've come together in a unique partnership where you get universities who lead and serve their communities in imaginative ways to put something together that is going to take a fresh look at how we're going to be able to reach the generation that comes behind us. I feel like since I've been in Kentucky, I want to start the Higher Education Innovators Hall of Fame because of the people who sitting on this stage and the people in this audience who I've met, who have never, ever been overwhelmed by a challenge that they face and look for ways to get beyond this through innovation and creativity. So I salute everyone in this room. And about that next generation of dentists we're going to train through this program. During the 60s, a favorite quote of mine was, every man can make a difference. One man can make a difference, and every man should try. When we announced the program a couple of weeks ago in Lexington, Governor, someone who had alerted you to that program was a graduate of our College of Dentistry. Dr. Skinner was challenged by a newspaper article in the New York Times that wrote about the poor health conditions in Kentucky. He decided that day, not in my county. So he sought partners at our college through his profession, those who had worked abroad to look for imaginative solutions. He worked with dental manufacturers to come up with innovative approaches, and he ran a pilot program in his home county that showed that he could, through this intervention and partnership, he could dramatically reduce dental decay. So thanks to the governor and ARC, that's going to be expanded to 16 other counties in Kentucky, and that's the kind of innovation that we're going to keep alive today, because this next generation of dentists who can train here and live here and serve this community in the future give the brightest hope for the state of Kentucky. Thank all of you for making it possible.
And last but not least, I have a governor to introduce. But before I do that, I want to introduce a couple of other folks. I saw Representative John Will Stacy and Representative John Short here. Are there other legislators? Oh, and Senator Walter Blevins. Anybody else? Let's give them a round of applause. These folks work very hard for you, and have worked very hard for their districts, and work very hard for all of Eastern Kentucky. And they're very interested. That their presence here today shows their interest in trying to make life better for the people in this area. You know, I know a little bit about first ladies. I'm married to one. But there's another one here that I think was one of the best first ladies that Kentucky's ever had, and she's one of your own, and that's Judy Patton. Let's give her a round. And now I want to introduce and ask to come up a former governor, one of the best governors Kentucky ever had, a governor from Eastern Kentucky, a governor who really put his heart and soul into improving all of Kentucky, but also to concentrate in many ways on trying to lift up the people of Eastern Kentucky. And he had considerable success in that, and it's success that I'm trying to build on. So Governor Paul Patton, who is now the president of the University of Pikeville.
Thank you, Governor. Let me assure you that the University of Pikeville is very pleased to be involved in a partnership with state government, with the Appalachian Regional Commission, with the University of Kentucky and Morehead State University to improve the health of the people of this region. And I'm confident that this partnership will be successful. Mr. Gold, I want to particularly welcome you to Appalachia. I am the only real Appalachian on this stage. Now, there's a lot of them out there. But I've born and raised a family, made a career within 50 miles of this place right here. And the Appalachian Regional Commission has made a difference. From that road to that medical school right on up the road, that I believe is one of the greatest achievements of the Appalachian Regional Commission. Our Dean, Boyd Boozer, is here in the audience somewhere. They're doing a great job, making a real difference, and would not have been possible without the Appalachian Regional Commission. I think this initiative can have the same kind of significance. We're pleased academically to be involved in the training of dentists. We think the University of Pikeville is perfectly capable of partnering with the University of Kentucky and with Morehead to do that. But I view this initiative as more than just the training of dentists. I believe it's the informing of our people. As Governor Beshear stated, bad oral health can cause significant other health problems later on. The bleeding gum that you had today can be the heart attack that you'll have 20 years from now. And our people need to know that. And I'm not sure that they do. and the University of Pikeville is going to be an active partner in spreading that word. I read an article one time that talking about the ways, things you could do to extend your lifespan, and walking and exercise and not smoking and good nutrition, all those things. But I was most struck by the fact that one of the most important things you could do to improve your lifespan was flossing. Flossing could add 2 years to your lifespan. It impressed me. I'm a pretty faithful flosser now. I'm counting on those 2 years, I'll tell you. So these are the messages that we have to get out, the things that we have to do, and the partnership that the governor has talked about and helped form will allow us all to be an important part of that. So we're pleased to be a part of it. Thank you, Governor.
Well, as you can tell, this partnership has some real strength to it. When you add these 3 universities together, when you bring that dental school at the University of Kentucky together, when you add the ARC together, you've got quite a team here. And this team, I can assure you, is going to make a difference. Thank you all very much.